Every user in Microsoft Entra ID isn't just a login ID. They are a digital identity enriched with properties that describe who they are, what they do, and how they interact with your environment. These properties enable you to control access, apply policies, generate reports, and automate workflows. When you manage user properties accurately, you reduce risk, streamline operations, and improve compliance. Now, let's go ahead and select the user, Scott Tiger, the account we created in the earlier demonstration. This will allow us to explore and manage the user's properties in more detail. On this screen, you'll notice several tabs, including Overview, Monitoring, and Properties. Right now, I am on the Overview tab, which provides a high-level summary of the user's profile and activity. To view and manage detailed user attributes, let's go ahead and click on the Properties tab. This will take me to the section where I can edit key user information. On this screen, you can view most of the core user properties available for the selected user account. These include identity details, job information, authentication settings, and contact attributes. However, keep in mind that not all user properties are visible or editable through the portal. Some extended attributes like custom extensions, directory schema data, or advanced authentication settings can only be accessed or modified via the Microsoft Graph API. For this session, let's focus on the properties you can see and manage right here in the portal. To update any of these fields, click on Edit Properties at the top of the screen. This opens up the editable view where you can change values such as job title, department, usage location, and more. You're now viewing the Identity tab under Edit Properties for the user Scott Tiger. This screen allows you to update key identity related fields. Let's break it down and focus on the two important points. When you originally created the user account for Scott Tiger, the Quick Create form didn't prompt you for first name and last name fields. Only display name and user principal name (UPN) were required. As a result, those fields were never populated and now appear empty here. So, best practices. After creating a user, it's a good idea to return to the user's profile and complete missing information, like first name and last name. These fields help improve directory accuracy, personalize email communications, and support integrations with other apps like Microsoft Teams, Outlook, and HR systems. You will also notice the field labeled Authorization Info and the option to edit certificate user IDs under it. This section is part of a more advanced identity scenario. What it is? Authorization Info refers to certificate-based user identifiers, essentially unique certificate IDs associated with a user for strong authentication. This is especially relevant when you are implementing certificate-based authentication for zero trust access. External federated systems where X.509 certificates are required for login, or smart card login in hybrid identity scenarios. When to use it? When you need to support passwordless certificate-based authentication. When you're working with federated identities or legacy enterprise PKI systems, or when you want high assurance identity verification in regulated industries. You can link a user to a specific X.509 certificate ID so that only that certificate can be used for authenticating them. No username or password required. So overall, this screen allows you to clean up and enrich your user profile by filling in details that weren't available during quick creation. It's also your access point to advanced configurations like certificate-based authentication through the Authorization Info section. Don't skip this step. It's key to ensuring identity completeness, governance accuracy, and readiness for future access control scenarios. Let's click on the Job Information tab. You're now on the Job Information tab under Edit Properties for the user Scott Tiger. Filling in job information properties enables smarter, automated, and secure identity management. It's especially helpful for large organizations where access decisions, automation, and governance depend on these attributes. If you are aiming to implement zero trust, role based access control, or automated onboarding offboarding, these fields become essential. You are now on the Contact Information tab of the user Scott Tiger. These fields may seem simple, but they play a crucial role in user management, communication, automation, and security operations. Filling in contact info enables more reliable user verification and authentication, better integration with HR systems and automation tools, improved incident response and user support workflows, helps ensure audit completeness and policy enforcement. When onboarding users through automation or bulk import, these fields may not always be populated. As an administrator, review and complete these manually or via Graph API to enable full functionality of your identity lifecycle tools. You're currently viewing the Parental Controls tab under the User Properties for Scott Tiger. Age group field lets you specify the user's maturity level to ensure proper handling of their data. There are 4 options available as shown. Consent provided for minor field allows you to track whether explicit parental guardian consent has been obtained. There are 4 options available for this field as well as shown. Why these settings matter? See, these fields help you enforce policies and maintain audit logs required by global data privacy laws. If your organization manages educational tenants or provides services to younger users, tagging users properly avoids legal risks. You can use these attributes in conditional access, licensing scripts, or custom workflows via Power Automate or Graph API. If you are unsure of a user's age or haven't captured parental consent, it's safer to leave the access restricted until compliance is confirmed. Always update these fields after onboarding if your users fall under sensitive categories. You are currently viewing the Settings tab of the user Scott Tiger. Account Enabled checkbox determines whether the user account is active or disabled. If unchecked, the user cannot sign in, access services, or authenticate. Usage Location drop-down allows you to set the user's geographic location. Why it matters? Usage location is required before assigning certain Microsoft 365 or Azure licenses due to regional service availability and compliance. It ensures that data residency laws and feature availability align with local regulations. Licensing enforcement for services like Power BI, Teams, and Exchange Online depends on this setting. If you skip setting the usage location, license assignment might fail silently or result in partial feature access. Always verify this field during user creation or revisit it here for updates, especially for hybrid or global organizations. Although the Settings tab looks minimal, it's highly impactful. Disabling an account is often the first containment step in incident response, and enforcing correct regional data policies starts with a correctly configured usage location. So, what's your key takeaway? As an Azure administrator, you should always complete key user properties such as first name, last name, and job info after creation, as these fields are not available during user setup. Keeping details like contact information, manager, and usage location accurate is essential for effective user management, license assignment, and automated workflows. Don't overlook settings like account status and parental controls, which are vital for compliance and security. Lastly, for advanced scenarios or missing fields, use Microsoft Graph API to manage hidden attributes.